Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. This is a general or collective reading, so parts may or may not resonate. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading. If you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That might give you further clarity as to your situation now. I did a quick meditation beforehand to see the direction this was going in. We have the 10 of Pentacles from the Tarot and the 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles and Tarot represent health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimension. It's also talking about, sometimes this card is talking about a windfall coming through, an unexpected money. 10 of Pentacles is the most that you can have in the tarot. It's talking about, the pentacles don't just mean money. You need money to be happy in the 3D, but you could have all the money in the world, and if you don't have health or love in your life, then you're not going to be living the best lifestyle that you could live. So this is talking about, more than just that. But sometimes this can represent, like after a hard time, that a windfall comes your way. And this is sort of like winning the golden buzzer, at the talent shows, where you get to skip ahead, or you maybe have an investment that pays off way more than you thought, or a project that you started goes viral, or something like that. And so this is about having a loving partner and the children and the pets in the neighborhood that you want to live in, with the neighbors around you, being kind and loving and having, a good career, all of that energy. And then we have jealousy, which is a karmic space that people can fall into. So if you've had that, and then people around you maybe were jealous, and jealousy is a karmic space. A lot of people think karma is punishment, but karma is actually cause and effect for your actions or inactions. So, people can have direct karma where you take an action that causes other people pain and suffering and struggle, and possibly their demise. And it's because of your actions, or from not taking action when you could have taken action to prevent it. And then we can also have indirect karma, which is when someone is, it quite often can be unfinished business from your parents before they crossed over, or your grandparents, great-grandparents. It can sometimes be from your children as well, your descendants. But a lot of the time also it can be the energy of friends, family, like extended family, people you do business with, partnerships, etc., associations that you have that cause suffering and pain and struggling to other people, and again for your actions or inactions. As well, we can have karmic spaces, and jealousy is one of those karmic spaces. Jealousy is not uncommon. Like even the little Russian dolls here, some of them were giving each other the side eye, like, your flower is bigger than my flower, so your eyelashes look longer than mine, that type of energy. So this is saying that, a lot of people do experience jealousy at one point or another, but it can get to the point where it can become overwhelming. And you can even be jealous of your own self, like say you were 20 pounds lighter 5 years ago, and you liked how you look better, and you look at pictures and say, I wish I was me. That's the kind of energy. And we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is talking about kind of having a bit of a closed mind, thinking that there's no way out. There's it's either going to be this or it's going to be that. And neither one of those two answers are necessarily the answer you want. So it's kind of an energy of, also can be like an energy of my way or the highway. This person has a blindfold on, and that can represent not wanting to see the whole problem, or not wanting to have to look at it. And it can also represent, the energy. A lot of times people will say, well, if I see it, then I'll believe it. But in actual fact, the human eye can only detect a small bandwidth the light spectrum. So you might be looking at things and thinking that you're seeing them, and then finding out there's other shift around that you can't see. For instance, my cat, a lot of times when I'm doing readings, she'll be running around chasing after things that I can't see, but she definitely can. And cats could see better in the dark in particular than humans. So it's, it's talking about having an open mind can be really beneficial here. The swords do represent the element of air. That it's talking about mental intelligence and discipline of the mind. These swords are double-edged as well, so it's about using your logic as well as your intuition to come to creative solutions. If you use both, you can find there's never only two ways to solve a problem. The body language here is showing weaknesses. Like this person has their feet turned out. And this is like leaking energy from the base chakra, both masculine and feminine energy. And the base chakra is the one that, is about thriving on the earth. It's your being able to survive the earth and everything that comes your way. As well, we have the arms crossed over the heart are saying that her heart she's feeling vulnerable when it comes to her heart. And also the right arm is holding the left arm back, which can represent the logical part of yourself not wanting to let the intuitive part in. And, so this is saying that we have a new moon in the background there. The new moon is a time for looking at things in new ways. And it's also saying, you're highly intuitive when the moon is full and when it's new. So use your intuition as well as your logic. And you may find several different answers that would be a little more creative and maybe more suitable to where you want to take whatever this is. We have the Fool, and the Fool starts off at the 0 point, and he is off on a new adventure. He's taking a leap of faith here. The sun in the background here is white, representing a blank canvas. He's on another cycle. He has very little baggage here. And he has these tattered sleeves. So the tattered sleeves are saying that he's been on a cycle before. So, or maybe a few, and he's taking what he learns with each cycle with him, but it's still like a brand new cycle to move into, to learn new things and do things differently from the last one, being a better version of yourself every time you have another cycle. And then we have this energy of the 5 of Cups. This is about regret and remorse. You may have heard the saying, don't cry over spilt milk. This is kind of representing that energy. Once the milk's in the ground, there's nothing you can do about it. You have to accept it as a loss. In this case, we actually have these 3 cups. 2 of them have wine in them, and 1 of them has another liquid. Now, the cups in tarot do represent romantic love, but they also represent love of all kinds, for anyone or anything. And it can even be about something you love to do or something you love to be. This energy here with the 2 wine, there's 2 cups spilt with wine, and 1 has this other liquid. That quite often can represent a third party dividing a couple in a relationship. This can also talk about, an energy of a partner that disappoints you, or there's something happens there, family members, whatever this is. The best thing you can do is, turn around and notice, hey, there's 2 cups standing here. Be grateful for them, appreciate them, and pick them up, walk down the path, cross over the bridge over troubled waters to your castle to sort things out a bit. And the castle in the background, you can see it looks like it's half standing and half dilapidated. That is talking about your attitude. Like a strong attitude is going to get you very far here to heal from whatever the loss is. And it's talking about your attitude. Is your attitude going to be that the cup is half full, or is the cup half empty? And then we have that, if you have a good attitude, a lot of more opportunities will come your way. It's saying sometimes they feel hidden. There's 7 cups in this cloud here. And so sometimes this can represent being spoiled for choice. You don't know which ones to pick. It's kind of like being stuck again, but for a good reason. The thing is about these cups, though, is they represent quite often the possibilities inside of these cups are actually challenges. So they're wrapped up in challenge. So you have to be able to put your own spin on them. Just like a black hole, it's like you're sucking all these opportunities in. But like a black hole, you are the center of your universe. So you're going to have to put your own spin on the energy so that you can make the most of it. Like for instance, this cup has beauty in it. And so it's beautiful to be beautiful. Life is beautiful when you're beautiful. And that's an asset. Having said that, if you rely too heavily on your outer looks, then your inner self can suffer, your inner beauty. This is someone shrouded in a veil here. Now, what's under the veil? Is what's hidden under the veil? Is this beautiful? Is it ugly? What is it? We have the snake, and you could look at the snake as, yay, here's an opportunity for me to shed my skin. And for other people, it would be, oh, this is a yellow-bellied coward crawling through the grass. We have a castle that's, yes, I have a castle, but castles are usually on the sides of cliffs, and they can be very isolated, so they can be very isolating. And we have flowers. Are the flowers open or are they closed? Are you going to allow yourself to open up to the opportunities, or are you just going to stay all close and tight up? And then we have the laurel wreath here. And, laurel wreaths are representative of victory in battle and competition. And they also are laid on coffins. And then we have the dragon energy. And some people think dragons are scary and they're horribly evil. And other people look at them as being very good luck and good fortune. So it's about how are you going to perceive it? Which of these gifts do you want to take on, and which ones don't you? Like, it's up to you. And then we have the world card here. Now this is interesting because when the world card comes up, it says, okay, that's everything you've learned, you need to learn from this cycle. So that was quick. Card 21 comes up, and when that card comes up, it says the Fool's on another new cycle. So maybe a lot happened. We don't know how long this cycle lasted, but I feel that this is saying maybe you are a little uncomfortable right now because you started a new cycle, and it didn't last long. There was a big disappointment here, and maybe the opportunities, you can't see them now. But this is saying that you have achieved what you needed to learn from the situation. And I mean, looking at this, we don't know. This could have happened over a period of like 5 years or 10 years or something. So, I feel what it's saying is that you learned you need to have an open mind and be willing to do things in a new way. You learned about regret and remorse. You learned about what it's like to do something and then lose someone that you love because of it, or lose something that you love, and due to your own actions maybe, and then also from other people's actions, and then how you have to rebuild that and how to rebuild that. And you also learned about looking at opportunities from all angles, and making sure, is it worthy of your time, money, and energy to invest in something, or is it something that you're not that interested in? One of the other cups would be better. And then we have the world. You've learned everything you can. Now remember, the underlying energy is there's all this beautiful lifestyle with this jealousy here. So let's keep going and see. That was one quick cycle. We have the King of Cups coming in with a cup of love. This could be talking about new love coming in now because you've learned all of this now. And so the King of Cups is sitting out in the middle of all this chaos, and this is rough water, and tarot represents volatile emotions, chaotic energy, but he's in the eye of the storm. The King of Cups is very emotionally stable person. He's most emotionally available of all the kings, very loving, and he has a cup of love to offer someone here. Now, sometimes this could represent your paternal bloodline. Your father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and down the line. It can represent uncles, it can represent male cousins, brothers, that type of energy as well. Sometimes this could represent, if you're married, it could represent your father-in-law and his paternal bloodline. And we have the Page of Cups. So it looks like there might be a new cup of love being offered after being in this energy here. And so you've done all this healing, and that's why the cycle's starting. The cycle's starting with a king who wants to offer you a cup of love. And the Page of Cups is representing some sort of information or communication coming in about that. So the pages would work for the king, and so the Page of Cups would work for the King of Cups. They started really young, around 7 to 14. That may sound really, really young, but you have to remember back in those days, people didn't live as long as the life expectancy now. And this would be a real coup to work for the king, because look at, he's dressed in finery and he's being educated and learning how the elite work, and that working for the palace would be very prestigious for him and his family. Then the information, his main task would be to deliver communication, and of course that would always be in person. Now these days, the page he would have always been a male in the past, but now this could represent a female. And when he was older, he might even be considered for knighthood when he's 21, if he was able to afford his own horse. Also, the communication coming in from the pages and the knights. It's not like in the old days where the only way they have was in person, or like handing over a document or a letter. This could easily be a phone call, a text message. The energy could also be, you could get something in the mail, or maybe flowers delivered, or a gift being delivered. This could represent an email, or being on social media and seeing, getting a message there, maybe going to an event that was posted on social media, and next thing you know, you run into someone and you're like, woohoo! So sometimes this can also talk about reuniting with someone, like maybe that you haven't seen since childhood, like elementary school, high school, or just starting out in college or business. He has his eye on this fish. He knows there's plenty of fish in the sea, but he has his eye on this one. So it's saying that someone's very focused on you, or you're very focused on someone, if the King of Cups is your energy. And, this also can represent online dating. We have sabotage here. So I feel like this is talking about the past energy here. So it could be talking about what happened, what you had to overcome. Sometimes this can be there was something fishy in your love life, and something stunk about it. This also can represent, this card here is saying that there's been sabotage. You've been stabbed in the back 10 times. This person's laying here on the ground, left for unalive. And his hand, though, is in the form of a blessing, which is the same hand formation that the Hierophant makes. And the Hierophant is responsible for bringing blessings in with justice from the spiritual realm down into the physical. This also is saying that there's light at the end of the tunnel, like having this sunrise or sunset energy here. And it can also talk about eclipse season. So, we are coming to a close of one eclipse season that was around mid-February and beginning of March. And we're entering another one in about a month. So this, you might want to look back around that time in February, mid-February, beginning of March, and see if it gives you some idea of kind of what's going on here. This could be like over a decade of being stabbed in the back. It could be one person 10 times. It could be 10 people. It could be 10 groups of people. Generally, because I'm saying it could be a lot of people because of all the coin here. 10 of Pentacles is an energy of a lot of coin. Like this would be a billionaire, trillionaire energy when it comes to the money, but it would also be like a really beautiful lifestyle. And of course, maybe a lot of people are jealous of that. And it could be some energy around that. So let's keep going and see what's happening here. We do have an Empress here. So the Empress is talking about someone who embodies the qualities of all four queens from the Minor Arcana. And this is talking about, she's sitting on her throne and she's in the flow. Like, she's a powerful manifester. She's known to be that. She's said to be pregnant with possibility. So sometimes this card can be a pregnancy as well. And the Empress, the way that she manifests, like, she doesn't get all worked up over things. Like, she decides, okay, I'm going to grow a crop. And this is what this wheat at her feet represents. I'm going to grow a crop. And she'll put plans in place. Like, okay, am I going to grow wheat or am I going to grow durum? Okay, wheat. All right, which field am I going to grow it in? She's going to check the soil, see if it needs to be amended, make sure all the stones and rocks and anything that could damage the expensive seeding and harvest equipment is removed from the field. And then she's going to plant it at the most opportune time. She's an organic farmer, so she doesn't spray. So that's about the extent of what she is willing to do until it's time for harvest again. And so she waves her wand and says, okay, nature, do your thing. Grow me another bumper crop. She might come back and do the odd rain dance if needed. But other than that, she's pretty much confident that, she's done everything she can. And she's off on the next project. She's not going to worry about it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It won't be because she didn't do everything she could to make it work. And then we have the Emperor on top of that. So this is interesting. I feel like this energy could represent the Emperor, and like this is the energy that the Emperor is in, possibly, or this could be a King of Cups offering a cup of love to you after something happened that involved this couple, this Emperor and Empress. Now, usually the Emperor and Empress are in the upright because they're at the top of the heap. But we'll see here. We've had a few instances where there's been some energy where the Emperor and Empress have been working with other people in high positions to get what they want here. And so the Emperor, he wears his armor underneath his robe, and he's ready at a moment's notice. If there's an opportunity, he can grab it. If he needs to fight, he will. He rarely needs to fight because he's an alpha male. And the beta males don't approach him. They know he'll clean their clock, and so they have to be very confident if they're going to come up, after what's his. He's considered to be wise and in a position of authority for sure. Whatever field he's in, he would be at the top. Now, this energy has authority. Like, this is a power couple here. And so people who definitely could be jealous of this couple, but we also have a king here offering this cup of love to someone who has been through a lot here. And this, I feel, is your energy because we're talking about the collective here. This is the new world starting out with a king offering a cup of love. And let's see what this is about. Let's keep going. We have the Hermit. So the Hermit shows up when there's a dark night of the soul. You notice how similar these two look? And now, after the dark night of the soul, the Hermit, that's when your very foundation has been shaken. This information comes out. And the Hermit is holding the lantern. And he climbs the mountain when he gets to the top. And it's full of the light of the North Star energy, which is about your destined path. And his rod becomes golden. Then he comes down and takes action. But look how very similar these two energies are. Like how they're standing there. But this one has the light on it now. So I feel like this Hermit energy is you after being in this position. And if these two are still in power, they might be the cause of this. And there could be on the side here a King of Cups that wants to offer you a cup of love. And, okay, yeah, this is about being left out in the cold. Wow. So this is talking about, there's only 5 pentacles here. And this person's on crutches and they're wearing a plague bell. And this power couple wanted you in this position for some reason. And in the old days, they didn't have apps to isolate people when there was pandemics, etc. So they would tie a big bell around someone's neck and force them to wear it so that when they came into town, everybody could hear them coming and run and get out of their way. This guy doesn't even have shoes on in the snow. And so this is talking, they're walking by a church, so maybe they go in the church to confer with God. I mean, the climbing of the mountain is talking about isolating and away from people who could bother you so that you can get the answers that you need to move forward. Wow. And then we have, going off to calmer shores with God. Now this is interesting as well, because this is saying, like this card is saying that the snow here represents all the snowflakes falling down, and then it piles up and piles up. And, you know, if you're homeless, it's worse if you're out in the snow and it's cold for sure. And this is talking about, you know, anyone can handle a flake or two, but if a bunch of flakes get together and they get in this energy, like this is not like someone sort of kind of didn't like you. This is a concerted effort, you know, people collaborating to get you down on the ground here and keep you there. So this is an energy of calculated, you know, it's representing a lot of tactics, gossip and slander, and doing everything they can to put you out of work, make it so that nobody wants to be around you, you know, talk shift about you. And so that all of a sudden you find that no matter what opportunity comes up, you can't grab a hold of it because there's been too much. And it looks like there could have even been someone that was very close to you, maybe a spouse or a lover or something that also was involved. So there's a lot of energy here. Now, and it's weird, but it feels like, it's so crazy, but it feels like this couple is jealous of you. So what are they jealous of? You know, let's keep going here. So this is you going off. You know, this can represent, you know, wanting to put the mind to rest here and going off to get out of this chaotic water and move forward to calmer waters. Be like the King of Cups and calm down. And, you know, there's something here, though, about your childhood. This quite often we have an adult and a child, and it's talking about they have no baggage. So this is about going to heal your inner child with God. The conveyor here has to dig very deep with this pole to dig into the mud to push off. And this energy to get to calmer waters. And this is to heal childhood wounds so that you can move forward. Now, that would be implying like this definitely can represent sibling rivalry. And you saying to yourself, I'd rather be better than bitter. But I think what's happening, like this is saying that what's happening to you here is involving people that are in your inner circle. This is close energy. Let's keep going here. Sometimes this could represent parent energy as well. If the king is actually a lover, I don't know. I don't necessarily like the energy of this on here. It's kind of like they didn't. It's almost like this couple doesn't like you because even though they are jealous of your enthusiasm, like of being too happy almost. It's like, let's take them down a notch or two. Let's show them, you know, who do they think they are to act like they're happier than us. It's kind of like that energy. It's weird. And then we have, it's saying that, I feel this is saying that the King of Cups is coming through with the cup of love. After this has happened. So this is talking maybe about an offer of a cup of love coming in. And the only other person here would be this king. We don't have any other players out here. So let's see that. So the Knight of Cups is, of course, working for the King of Cups, and he's come in to deliver this cup of love. This is information coming in about someone wants to offer you a cup of love. Now, this most likely is romantic love, because this is the You know, this is the knight in shining armor that saves the damsel in distress kind of energy. So let's see what else here. And we have the King of Pentacles on the top here. So the King of Pentacles energy is talking about someone that really understands, you know, how to handle finances. This is someone that is very good with pentacles, and quite often it represents someone that might be in the banking industry or that, or just has good connections that way. So the King of Pentacles would be someone like maybe a banking industry person, like if a bank manager, I mean, if he works in a bank, it would be high up, like at least a bank manager or higher. This could represent accountants. It can represent wealth management people, retirement planning, insurance sales, accountants, financial advisors. It can be that, all of that. This would most likely be partners in a well-established firm, because we're dealing with king energy. Someone's at the top. And then this can also represent the energy of real estate. If this is real estate agents, they would be probably dealing with higher end properties, commercial or residential. This could also be mortgage brokers, stock brokers, people that deal with, earth energy. This is the element of earth, so minerals, gold, silver, oil, diamonds, mining, that type of energy. This could also represent an energy of someone who's an entrepreneur and is very, has done very well. It could be also the energy of people that are in charge of finances, like in the government. So like financial minister of finance kind of energy, people responsible for the budgets and running the government and handling that budget. So there's a lot of energy here of people that know, and there's grapes all over the robe of the king, because grapes in tarot represent something that's hard to grow, but it's a luxury item. And it's talking about, the ability to be able to have a really luxurious lifestyle and to grow things that are hard to grow. Now, let's check from going from the bottom to the top and back down again here. We have the Two of Swords, which is saying that having a closed mind, it's either this or that. This or that energy is definitely the Emperor can be very much controlling that way. It's my way or the highway energy is very common for that. And that's what this couple could be representing. And I'm wondering if they, on this cycle, didn't send someone in a false lover kind of energy because of this money. There's something about this lifestyle, because this is what they're jealous of. And why would an emperor and an empress be jealous of the fool? But it feels like that's the energy. Now, we have the King of Pentacles at the top. That could be representing your energy. And remember, the kings can be male or female in their masculine energy. The characters, remember, in tarot are not gender specific. And then this is talking about something about your childhood and like sibling rivalry and jealousy. Like it's weird though, because it's like feeling like totally left out of the family, left out in the cold, and like conferring with God as to what to do next, to heal your childhood, something that happened in your childhood. And this can be paternal energy here. So it's hard to say exactly what's going on here. Definitely, like it's saying that this energy has changed. And I feel like that would be when this cup of love comes in. But maybe this is the King of Pentacles at the top offering love. Let's see. Let's keep going here and let's clarify with my oracle. All right. So if you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. Your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. I really appreciate them all. I'm going to clarify. This is one of the paintings. It's actually an ink drawing I've done. This is the karmic space of jealousy. I started it in 2007. In 2020, I completed all 64 paintings, and this is the numbers on these cards represent the numbers as they are in my gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I'll put them in the description box below. To see if after this you want more clarity, you could go check them out. Sometimes they say a picture paints 1,000 words. So we have Mother's Worry. Man, this card has been coming up a lot in this set of readings. And this is saying, magic mirror on the wall, I've become my mother after all. And this is when, like, a mother's worry is the worst thing that you can do, really, is worry about your children. If you can't see a bright future for them, then who's going to? But it feels almost like it's almost like this couple are like control freak energy. I don't know, I'm just feeling like this energy belongs to them. They want total control. There's something going on here. We have the devil, and the devil is sitting on the fool here. Like, it's like the fool's supposed to be on a journey of innocence, on a new journey. And I feel that they may have sent in a lover because they wanted to get their hands on this money. This is such weird energy. Okay, so the devil, when this card comes up, it's representing temptation. And quite often, like on the tarot card, it's two devils, or two lovers that are yoked to each other and chained to Saturn's box, and the devil's crouched in between them. It's almost like they sent a lover in to put you in this energy. Let's cover the devil. I always cover the devil with the next card up. I want to see what does who does the devil send in? How is it, do we have any other information, and or does God cover it? So we have God's judgment is on top of this. So that's good to see. So this is saying when they did this, God was watching this bullshit going on and is saying, wow, look at that. Here's my innocent child going on a new journey, and you're going to do everything you can to stop them from getting on their destined path and having any opportunities. And I feel like God actually shuts this down really quick. This is, we have Virgo energy here, and this is about Mercury is in charge of communication. And I feel like this energy is talking about, like, we have Mercury in retrograde right now. So communication can be really off. I feel like this was a plan they had, and the communication got scattered. There's something off with the communication, and so they attempted to do this. I feel they may have done this before, and this was another attempt to, because I feel like this card is about having the integrity to heal, and you've clearly already done that. And this is quite often about healing your inner child energy. So I feel that you had done that, and that was the end. This ended this cycle. That's why this cycle ended so quickly. When I have horoscope signs coming in these readings, I just want to be clear that my intention is not to, what am I saying? My intention is not focused on an individual. This is talking about the sign of itself. Mercury is in retrograde and right now, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. This card comes up in a lot of the readings right now. And so this is more about the sign itself. When Mercury goes retrograde, and it will be that way until July 23rd, communication goes totally off. And I feel like that's what's going on here. This energy was like, I feel like this was an attempt, plan, I was going to say plan B, but it might be plan D, E, F, G, because I feel that this energy has been pretty determined to get, to take you down. But this energy, look at sitting right on this energy here. So this is having the integrity and the strength to continue moving forward. God puts an end to this cycle and is saying, okay, now this could be you. You could be the King of Cups. We don't know yet. Let's see. We have the battle star energy. Again, having the courage to do the inner work that you've done, to pick yourself back up and move forward. I feel that these people, whoever was responsible for this energy, was did not expect you to get back up. They did not expect you to get back up. So let's see what else is going on here. We have the Emperor. So the Emperor is sitting right here on this hermit energy, on this regret, this remorse, having to go to God to heal some more. I hate seeing that Emperor energy on in this way, because it feels like this Emperor, it's kind of like my way or the highway. Okay, if you're not going to do things my way, then you know, you're going to be. And maybe, like, this is weird, but maybe the Emperor offered you a cup of love and as a mistress or something, and you didn't want to take it. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird energy. Let's keep going. We have a transition happening on here. This energy is over. Like, whatever was going on here, I feel like they're finding out that they aren't above the law after all. That's what I feel. Not above God's law for sure. This is like, I feel this is a power couple that, I don't know what their problem was. Maybe this is how they became a power couple, you know? It's sad, but it can happen. There's been a few times, and there's been comments where there's been a rogue emperor and empress out there. I always like to think of the energy as being, you learn from it, but if you know, it's not always that way. I feel that this energy, that whatever is going on here is coming to an end. It's another transition here. Let's see what else is going on. Justice. They have opened a can of worms. That's what I'm getting. I feel like this energy, here won't give up. So it's kind of like, well, they got back up, let's hit them again. They got back up, let's hit them again. It's that type of energy. Wow. And this Emperor is like, go to God all you want. You know? Wow. This energy feels that the devil is stronger than God, for sure. Absolutely. That's what this, I don't like this energy, but it is what it is. So justice is going to come in. They opened a can of worms. It's like, you know, maybe they've opened a few cans of worms. And I feel like this energy, because this is usually a power couple, I can just feel like there's a lot of people that could be involved in this. And maybe, you know, like, had no idea what they were getting involved in necessarily. Yikes. We have the High Priestess. If any lovers come towards you now, make sure that you be very careful with that energy. Use your intuition. Because it's just like, I feel like that this energy, they have, like, you know, when I say they've opened a can of worms, there's so many people talking now that know, like, that are, like, it's kind of like, they went overboard. I mean, this is like insane energy. Like, it's just, you know, God's judgment is here on this. And they're going to attempt another time yet. Like, what the heck? I was going to say, what the hell? but I guess that's the energy. And then we have the Pisces energy. That's another, it's talking about authority and that. I feel like this is people that have just gone too far, like, and it's almost like they can't stop anymore. Like, it's like they have to be right about this. So the Pisces energy is authority coming in, and this was kind of like another reading I did in the random readings. Isn't that sad when someone's jealousy, like, they can be jealous of someone, and they can have, you know, a lot going for them, so much going for them, and yet they're still wanting to be in this energy. Okay, one more card here at the top. Capricorn energy. Well, Saturn rules the devil, and Saturn also rules the devil energy. But Capricorn, when it's upright, it's talking about being very responsible with the energy, being, you know, taking disciplined steps of action, seeing all the possibilities in the challenges and moving forward. But I feel like this is like ambition gone stupid. Like I can't even, it's really challenging for me to even like believe that people that are in this position would be this careless with their energy. Like, it doesn't even make any sense, because this is coming to an end, and in a public way too. Like, it's going to be like, what the heck? I feel this is already, you know, being like, it's already being talked about, because it's so obvious. And to them, it's like they are above the law, I guess. They feel like the law is for other people, not for us. Anyway, I'm going to get out of this energy, because this is taking jealousy one step too far for sure. And I feel like that energy, and this is why I'm having such a difficult time with it. The energy that they're jealous of is the happiness of the fool, who has so much less than them, but is spiritually clean, you know, and on a new cycle. And so they confer with the devil again, and this is like, I mean, right, like when God's judgment comes down on the devil, I mean, that's the end of the story, yet they're gonna continue. This is a can of worms, all right. All right, what a weird reading. Okay, I'm out of here. Like, comment if you want to. I'd love to see it. Like, I just don't really understand this energy. I mean, I get it, but I can't understand how that's a new level of stubborn, you know? Okay, bye for now. I'll have another daily reading for you tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a more upbeat one. Bye for now.